My background, having moved very quickly in kind of a corporate to startup world and trying to understand where I fit in a leadership role, I was trying to figure out who can I speak to about some of these challenges, especially as a new mother.
Yeah.
And in a previous role I was with, they had behavioral health and mental health, just general coaching.
Mhm.
And I was paired with an individual who I felt didn't understand me, didn't understand what it was like to be an executive, what it was like to be a mother,
Mhm.
and really was just trying to focus more on mental health. So that's what I was looking for. I didn't want a mental health solution or behavioral health. I needed an executive type coach. There's therapy and there's somebody that you can talk to, but you also need an opportunity to speak to higher level executive management and try to think through some of these key elements of your life that you're working at an executive level.
No, that's so important. And it's so important to have those people that you trust around you too, so they can be your personal board of advisors. So you can go to them for anything. And whatever we're doing in the workplace, of course, it impacts, personal life. And so, having someone who knows how to juggle both, who has been through some of those things already is
Mhm.
super important. So how has your life improved since the time that we worked together?
It has absolutely improved. I think there is an opportunity for me to find more balance. And I think there's a challenge that women feel. And how do you be the best mother possible, but then also the best executive possible for
Mhm.
your team? You're managing your household, you're managing a company. It's okay to not have everything figured out all at once, but going through coaching gives you the opportunity to say you will figure it out, but you have to build that resilience and you
Mhm.
have to build that understanding that it's okay to kind of look at things, take a step aside and look at things from another level.
What was your beneficial experience of really investing in yourself in this way? Because sometimes this is a brand new experience for people to really, invest in this way in their personal development.
We invest in ourselves in many ways in terms of vacations and for women, maybe getting your hair done in a spa and your nails done. But this is so much more. This is personal career, but personal development. And that's not, it's a fine mix and something that you don't get often. So I think coaching from that perspective is that you're not only growing your personal self, you're growing your career. It's a 2-for-1 investment that people like us should absolutely always make and continue to invest in.
Yeah, for sure. And I know we have a big focus here in this program, where it's very holistic, right? We work on family communication, we work on holistic health things too to help high performers such as yourself really be able to flow and perform at high levels without the drag on sacrificing relationships or your own health. Can you speak to how that kind of has transformed the way that you're parenting two young kids under the age of 5?
Oh, yes. I think it's more of what are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself? So, through the training program, one of the key things that you helped me think through are kind of what are some of these most important things? How do you prioritize your time? How
Mhm.
do you give yourself grace, like you just mentioned? And it's being able to identify that in a moment, there are certain methods to address
Mm.
the parenting and trying to balance that with work. So parenting is something that you figure out as you go along, of course.
Mhm.
It's a daily journey, it's a daily education and a daily learning. But knowing that there's someone that you can speak to that has created a safe place to understand kind of how to balance these things, I think is very important.
Awesome. Well, Tawny, it's been such a pleasure working with you and seeing your growth along the way. Just some final thoughts. What would be some of the recommendations that you would give to people that may be looking for a coach or wondering, I don't know, if is it what do I need? Is it a coach? Is it a therapist? Is it a corporate sponsored yoga class? Like
I
if
know.
they're feeling stressed, where do they go?
Sometimes we just need someone to speak to and help us look at things objectively.
Mm.
And there is always an opportunity to do that in your colleagues and your friends, but having a coach is a very different experience, because it's not only personal, it's also career oriented. And being with someone like you understands what it means to be a high performer is invaluable, because you understand what that life looks like, and you've thought about it objectively, and you've created a method, a course that helps people, women especially, evaluate what that looks like. And so my recommendation is, if you are a high performer and you feel that you need to kind of get your thoughts together and understand how to organize kind of the next steps in your journey in balancing being a mother and being a high performer and executive, you need someone that's experienced that can help you think through that.